Good morning, gang. Nice to see you back again. For those of you showing up for the first time, I am the Articulate Grunt. Welcome to my channel. Now, in the political times that we've got and the debates going on, military spending is a constant factor that's debated and tossed back and forth. The amount of money spent on the U.S. military funding. Now, there are places that the generals in many branches, especially Army and Air Force, say, hey, we can cut money here, it's not a problem, we can cut this project down. But the congressmen and senators say, no, you can't do that. One, for instance, we've got over 2,000 brand new M1 Abrams tanks sitting in warehouses, ready to be fired up and deployed, but are not in use, are not currently needed with the U.S. Army's manning and equipment rosters. We're getting 500 new ones, mandated by Congress. Now, the Army says, we don't need them. We have an excess. But Congress is going to mandate that we receive them. Why? Because what a lot of people don't think about with the military spending is also the civilian employment jobs. To produce those M1s keeps tens of thousands of people employed. The refurbishment plant in Ohio for refurbishing damaged or broken M1s, just basically a repair shop by itself, keeps 800 people employed. But that's not the part of it I want you to think about. See, I had a little conversation with a Pakistani officer in the U.S. for training, and there's something they laugh about in Pakistan, and I know a few other countries do the, oh, why do you do that? Is that we spend for personnel protection. We take care of our troops. Things we spend thousands of dollars on for small scales, platoons, little units. Makes no sense to them. Why not just train more men? And see, that's the thing that struck me. With most of the other nations, other armies in the world, you are looking at the most disposable and least valued asset, the soldier. With the American Army, the soldiers are placed at a high value. Let me finish. Now, we can produce, anyone can produce, a rifle equivalent to the AK-47, now AK-74 because they updated it. Guess when? 1974. We can produce an equivalent rifle for about $100 to $200 a piece. Our M4 carbine, the standard weapon in use, a derivative from the old M16, costs around $600 a piece to manufacture. Why would we buy the more and produce the more expensive when we could get the cheaper effective? When we can build that? Because the M4 is more accurate and has a longer range of accuracy. Why would that make a big difference? Because the U.S. Army soldier can pick off and eliminate enemy soldiers armed with the other weapon system at a longer range more reliably. Thus, more of our guys live, more of theirs die. On a similar note to think about, talking the value of soldiers, the Soviet Union, Russia, it was common acceptable policy to have casualties and losses, fatalities, for training operations. We've all seen the commercials. We know about the National Guard, 1 weekend a month, 2 weekends a year, usually during the summer, go off, do big drills, 2 weeks, go do major training in the field. Well, how would that change? How would enlistment, how would the mentality in America have to change for it to be acceptable for, say, a brigade of 1,000 U.S. National Guardsmen to come together, go out and do their 2-week training, and 5% of them die or be critically injured in training stateside? 50 guys out of 1,000 for a 2-week training operation to come back in body bags or severely wounded, crippled for life. Not going to happen. Not here. And I like it that way. With that in mind, get you think about that. We're going to cut this off with one last piece of information. It took 7.5 years, 7.5 years, with both Iraq and Afghanistan going full tilt, for U.S. combat losses to equal 1 year's average fatalities in the U.S. of teenagers killed or permanently crippled in automobile accidents in which they were utilizing alcohol. But nobody's screaming all that loud about that. Take care of yourselves. I am the Articulate Grunt. Keep your heads down, and I will catch you next time. Bye.